Hello and welcome to Dickinson's Real Deal. On this show, we help members of the public to get the very best price for their antiques and valuables. You get a choice. Sit down with one of our regular dealers. They're going to make you a tempting cash offer on the table today.
£3,000, Sandra. Don't give me that look.
If I don't think that's enough money, I'm going to say, no, don't accept that. Have a bit of a gamble. Go to auction. We may get you a little bit more money there.
900, 950, selling on the internet. Have you all done?
I will be on hand at all times to help and advise. Today, the show comes to you from Lancaster. Just look at this crowd. They've been here since earlier this morning. They've brought along their treasures. They want to do business. They want to walk away with the real deal.
Our dealers' wallets are bursting at the seams. First up, we join Mark Stevens.
I've got a Chinese bronze vase on the table. Really not quite sure the date or what this is worth.
I've never had it valued or anything like that, but I'm looking for a few £100s.
Will Mark be willing to take a gamble? Good luck, Gail.
Well, come on. How did you come by this piece?
It's a bit of a long story, really. It was given to my father by a friend of his. They no longer wanted it. My father didn't want it, so he gave it to my grandfather, who then died, and my nana passed it back to my dad, and my dad gave me it.
Right, OK.
But it's about, I believe, between 1800 and 1830.
Really hard to date. I mean, I would have said it was possibly later than that, maybe 1880s. Did it ever have a burner here?
I'm not too sure. It never had while it's been in our possession. However, it could have done.
But it's Chinese, as we well know, and the Chinese market is wanted at the moment for the right items.
Okay.
It's quite a nice condition. I mean, apart from the one piece missing, it's got to look to it. I think it's an incense burner.
Yes, it was, yes. I believe that the smoke actually comes out of the dragon's mouth.
Oh, dear. Oh, dear. Well, it's all down to money, isn't it?
Of course.
I know. You're not going to be the dragon with me, are you?
I don't know.
No, not the
Depends what you
smoke's.
offer.
The smoke's not going to come out of the mouth. Oh, all right, OK. Let's see what we got. Right. 20, 40, 60, 80, 100. Don't start with that smoke. 120, 140. About £150.
I think you can go a bit higher than that.
Oh.
Definitely.
Oh, dear. I'm just trying to think what I can do with it. OK, so we're going to take the £10 away.
OK.
So I'm going to put that on there. So £160.
A bit higher.
Oh,
Come on.
I really don't know.
Come on. It's a beautiful design, really, isn't it?
I wouldn't call it beautiful.
All right, unusual.
Unusual.
There you
There,
go.
that's the
now,
one.
who's going to want the most unusual, I think?
We'll find him. Look, here. Another £10, £170 on the table.
Change that tenner.
So you want me to take that £10 off and put 20 on there, don't you?
And a bit more.
The £10 coming off, I'm going to put that on. £180 on the table now. Come on, let's have a deal.
Can you not go any higher?
I don't want to give any more, I really, really don't.
Not even that brown one.
That's for my fish and chips tonight.
Well,
But come on,
I
please.
could have it for mine.
You don't want me to eat, is that what you're saying? 180, come on, let's have a deal.
Put that tenner down, you've got a deal.
Oh, no fish and chips tonight, go on, have it. There, £190, we got a deal?
Got a deal.
Great, thank you, Gav, thank you. Lovely woman, but she took me right to the edge.
Oh, no fish supper for Mark. Find out if Gail stitched him up like a kipper later on in the show. Let's see if Stuart's ready to play the game with his first item of the day.
I like penny in the slot machines. They're my era. It's going to be quite a bit more than 300. I would have thought I'd pay 300 for it, maybe 350 if you push me to it.
It's a chancy lot, but hopefully Ray'll hit the jackpot.
What a cracking thing. I mean, it's right up my street. Does it work?
Yes, it works. It works.
We can all see what it is. Let's have a go. I'll put it in. You give it. Right.
Oh,
I win. Your turn to pull the handle. A win.
2p.
And it's a 1933 penny. I can't believe it. Lovely, lovely. It's nice to see it works. You say there's something important about the figures on there, so tell us, please.
Well, I followed football all my life, and these are famous players. It's Wilf Mannion from Middlesbrough, Jackie Milburn from Newcastle United, Len Shackleton from Sunderland, and all these players played for England. So there's a lot of northeast football interest there. They still wear the current shirt. These are the current
That's
shirts.
the current colours. Excellent. So that's added a bit of local interest, really, isn't it? So let's see if I can buy it. I'll have a go. 20, 40, 60, 80, 100. Does it include the pennies, by the way?
Oh, it includes.
Excellent. 120, 140, 160, 180, 200. 20, 40, 60, 80, £300.
That's a good start.
I wasn't thinking any more than that.
Just before we go any further, let me try and give you a bit of advice here, what the independent valuers say. £300 to £500. Now, Stuart, he's the man for this, so I've got a feeling we're going to be able to tempt him with a few more quid, hopefully, on the table. If it goes to auction on a 3 to 5, should make the £400, but bear in mind, there will be commission involved.
Really, 300 is not enough, so let's see what we can do. 320, 340, £350 we bid.
I think you should just give me a bit more.
Do you really? I think I'm going to stick at 350.
You're going to stick at 350?
Yep, 350.
Go on, then.
Thank you, we have a deal.
Thanks.
Thank you.
To go to auction, I didn't think that... I thought it was too much of a gamble.
I'm pleased I bought it. I think it got a good price.
Back of the net, Stuart. Over to Corrie Jeffrey, where our next seller's keen.
This is a first for me, so it's a great experience to be on this show.
Let's hope Corrie will make your experience a memorable one.
Well, Diane, what have you brought along for us today?
I'm told it's a breakfast set and it's by Shelley.
So it's just a setting for two, to have your nice quiet breakfast sitting in the window, lovely spring morning, and it's got this lovely spring design. So you've got the teapot, 2 cups and saucers, milk, sugar and a side plate. So it should be another side plate.
There would have been initially. I think it's about 1920s, so it's quite an age.
So let's just have a look at the marks. And you've got the mark for Shelley, England, registration for the design, so the design is registered, and the little hand-painted mark is the painter, the artist. So it is charming, and how long have you had it?
I inherited it in the 1960s, late 1960s.
Who did it come from? Do you mind me asking?
It actually came from my mum.
And why have you bringing it along today? Because
it's in the cabinet, and I have to wash it every so often, and that's getting a bit of a bind.
And just on one cup, there's a crack, little hairline there, just in there.
Yes.
Yeah, just
very,
running along,
very faint.
Very, very faint. But I think it's very stylish. Let's put some money on the table and let's see if we can come to an agreement. So I'm going to put down 20, 40, 60.
OK, so a Shelley service, £70, £90, 100 to 150 was the other estimation. The problem is, how many people are going to use this little breakfast service? People bring out the mugs and put the tea bag in it. It's a sad case, but there we are.
Yeah.
What is there is an honest, sound offer, but I'm not so sure I'd be doing you a service by pushing you to the auction. The crack, in my opinion, makes the difference, and that's why I think our dealer is being a little bit more careful.
Right. Are you willing to put a little more on the table?
No, for the very reason that David said. To me, the hairline is important. 60 is where I stop.
I'm sorry, but I think I'll decline your offer. and I'll take it to auction. I'll try my best there.
And I wish you the very best of luck.
Thank you very
I hope
much.
you have two competitive ladies.
I might get a bit more for it. I'm hoping in the region of 150 maybe. Who knows?
But will the bidders go off the boil once they see the damage? It's over to the sale room where Kevin Kendall is ready at the rostrum.
Corey Jeffries, our dealer, offered you £60. You turn that down, hoping it's worth a little bit more. It's here in the sale room. The reserve is £100. I think there's a reasonable chance, but the hairline crack does give me a little bit of a problem. I think that might hold it back. Let's find out.
The Shelley breakfast tea service crocus pattern. There is a slight hairline to one of the cups, but it's still a gorgeous little set, 1930s. And where we're going to start it, 150, 100 start me. 100, we're going to have to go then. £70 for a start. £70, thank you, Sarah. 70 bid.
70 in.
70 bid. 75. 80. 80 bid. 80 bid. 85 on the internet now. 90. 90 bid. 90 bid. 95 on the net. 100.
It's at 100. It's crept up suddenly on the internet.
100. 110 online, thank you. 110. 120, sir? 120. 120. 120. 120. 120.
You just never know in this business.
It's in the room at 120 and selling.
OK, £120. Taking me a little bit by surprise. I thought it was a little bit ambitious at that. We've got the dreaded commission to take off, so you're going home with £102. Are you pleased?
I'm delighted.
What are you going to do with the money?
I think it'll go in the holiday fund.
OK, going in the holiday fund. Never mind about that old Shelley tea service. We're going on holiday. So that is the real deal.
Coming up, our Tim gets excited.
I really, really want to buy these because the market for Moorcroft is hot. I'm going to be generous with you, Leslie.
But just how generous will Tim be?
Welcome back to Dickinson's Real Deal.
The crowds are still flooding through the doors here in Lancaster. Next up, it's over to Tim Hogarth, who's landed a lovely lot of pots.
I really, really want to buy these because the market for Moorcroft is hot.
Oh, hello. Someone's excited.
Leslie.
Hi.
Why do you want to sell these?
They're not really my taste. They were passed down to me from my mum.
Yeah.
She was given by a friend, and they're just not my taste at all.
You don't like them?
No.
You see, I love them. I think they're fabulous. Really, really nice. This Moorcroft is what's called flambéed Moorcroft.
Yeah.
So it means that it's highly fired to get this sort of like translucent sort of colouring. And if you see there, that there is the early Moorcroft signature.
Right.
So that's William Moorcroft, who started the factory. Then we go to this one. This is a little bit later. This hasn't got his signature on, so this is going to be sort of like 1950s.
Yeah.
And that one again is a little bit later, no signature on that. And I mean, you'll know about Moorcroft. It's very, very desirable.
I know it's very popular.
It's very, very popular.
Yeah.
And if I were to buy it, what would you spend the money on?
It's towards my husband's suit for my son's wedding.
Oh, right. Would that be a handmade suit?
Yes, it is.
Not off the peg?
Not off the peg.
Are you absolutely sure about that?
I'm sure about that, yeah.
Right, so I'll show you a bit of money then.
Please.
See if I can tempt you. I like these. I like them a lot. So I'm going to be generous with you, Leslie. So 50, 100, 150, 200, 250, 300, 350, £400.
Is that just for the plate or for the whole three?
It's the whole three.
No, I want a little bit more than that.
450.
No, a bit more.
£500.
You're getting close.
I'm getting close.
The independent valuers and the auctioneer, they're in unison, 3 to 500. 500 is on the table. My opinion is the price is a fair price, though this is very desirable. I'd be leaning towards cash is king.
So,
Right.
wise words there, Leslie.
Would you be willing to offer a bit more?
A fiver for his vest.
Okay.
Have we got a deal?
Yes, we have.
Lovely, thank you.
Thanks. I thought it was a good deal. I'm quite surprised at how much I did get for it.
I wanted to buy it, so I went all the money, and there is a profit in it.
So the hubby is suited and booted. Over with Mark, a golden opportunity has arisen.
The height of decadence. A 9-carat gold card case.
Well, I'd like to get between £4.5 and £550 for it. Spend the money on my girlfriend's pregnant at the moment, so there's a lot of expensive things to buy.
High hopes for your card case, Steve. Good luck.
Hi, Steve and Mark.
Hi.
Nice to meet you.
Pleased to meet
Boy, I've got to be good there. Look at the size of those hands. Well, a 9-carat gold card case. Where did you get it from?
It was my granddad's originally from, he was presented it for, I think it was his golden wedding anniversary, by the Freemasons.
Right, I mean, lovely present. Presented to Brother G. Jackson by the Duke of Lancaster Lodge of Freemasons, number 1353, on the attainment of his golden wedding.
Yeah.
So that was your grandfather?
No, I think that was my great-uncle, I think.
Made it between 1920 and 1930. Quite a bit of gold in there. I mean, you're talking of the height of decadence here. You know, you can imagine the gentleman, you know, calling on his friends and pulling out the card case all in gold and handing over the card. Whereas the likes of the ones who didn't have so much money, they would have had the silver ones, you know, because they had made a lot of these in silver. It's quite rare to find them in gold. Better put some money on the table. What do you think, Steve?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah? OK, so 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 20, 40, 60, 180, 200, 220, 240, 260, 280, 300, 320, 340, 360, 380, £400.
No, it's not enough.
No, not enough.
No, it's not enough.
Oh. Here comes David, he's going to help you out.
Well, let me give you a little bit of help and indication. The estimation is £400 to £600, but the scrap value is £531. Put the pressure on him. Get that up. Let's check the hands out. Yeah. Get those hands out, round there, up the back, and he'll give you the other 50 quid.
Oh. Oh. For 20, £440. Come on, Steve. I can feel it. You want that money.
Yeah, but I think there's still a little bit more to go there, isn't there? You could just...
Right, OK, that's what we're going to do. Take those two 20s away, put the red one down, 450 quid. We got a deal?
Is that your best offer?
That's my best offer.
Yeah, we've got a deal.
That's great. Thanks, Steve. Thank you very much. Pleased to have the deal. There's a profit in it. I quite like it, but I'm only going to melt it.
Well done, Steve. Now it's time to head over to Stuart. He's got a clear idea of what he wants to pay for his next item.
Lovely, lovely collection of photographs. I'm going to pay £600 plus for it.
I watch a programme every day and I like Stuart. I like the way he dresses. I was in the same era myself.
Hope the man doesn't hear me say that, because I'd like to get it for cheaper.
Oh, go easy, Stuart. Ken's one of your biggest fans. The Duke and auctioneer Kevin Kendall are also keen on this item, as the valuation is highly speculative.
A lovely collection of photographs.
Thank you.
Sepia photographs, that's a good start. Nice leather binding. I mean, the book's seen better days, but the photographs are pretty good until you get towards the back. I've had a fairly good scan over them, and there are some interesting places there. There's Australia, New Zealand, the big redwoods in America, perhaps one or two other places as well. So tell me about them.
Well, they've been taken in the early turn of the century by professional photographers, I believe.
About 1880, 1900, around that, give or take 10 years.
They've been compiled into his album.
Has it come to the family with you, or is it something you acquired?
No, it's a neighbour who I knew very well. He was going to throw it away, and I said, could I have it? And he said yes.
The one I particularly like, there's some here of Maoris in New Zealand.
Yeah, the Hakka warriors.
These are the favourites of mine. The big ferns.
Yeah.
Chap down here, probably one of the family. They just sum up. They sum up that sort of era, and those are the days.
Whenever we get an album like this, or a collection of photographs on the programme, what always runs through my mind is, have we got something exceptional in this collection?
Things like this are very unique. It's beautifully shot, it's topographical, it's historical. What helps pictures sell is often if it's a view that is no longer there, and having looked through there is several of those. The photographic quality is superb as well, some of the way that the light is used and the way that the things are shot.
I think our dealer here is perhaps the right man for this. I think he will like it. Let's see what he puts on the table.
20, 40, 60, 80, 100. 20, 40, 60, 80, 100. 20, 40.
Well, he's peeling these 20s off with great enthusiasm.
20, 40, 60, 80, 400. 20, 40, 60, 80, 500.
That's a very good offer, Stuart.
Well, it's pretty obvious that Stuart likes this. £300 to £500 is the estimation from both the auctioneer and the independents, but it wouldn't surprise them if it brought £1,000. I think if you went to auction, there is a reasonable chance this could do better. So it's going to be your call. Will he pay more? Will you accept? Will you gamble and go to auction? That's what it's about. I'm going to say a great gambling lot.
Would you like to raise your offer, Stuart?
Do you want to raise my offer? 520, 540, 560.
Make it 600, it's yours.
I'll make it 6. Okay. 580, 600. We have a deal?
Have a deal.
Well done.
£600 on the table. He just pushed that little bit more. The seller shook his hands. Did he do the right thing, Kevin?
It looks a good price on the day. It does, yeah.
I have a feeling they could have brought a lot more in auction. But the real deal is here with Stuart. I think he's got himself a great buy.
Dave is very excited about them. Thinks there could be something really good. They're okay. I think there's a profit.
Will Stuart get more than he bargained for? We'll find out at the end of the show. Still to come, Mark's been presented with an iconic fashion piece.
These were quite expensive to buy brand new. I'm going to make you an offer for it, £600.
It cost me more than that, but it's worth more than that as well.
But will Mark agree?
Welcome back to Dickinson's Real Deal.
Our dealers have been flashing the cash, and there are still plenty of items lined up. Let's head over to Mark, who's been joined by Mike.
You bought me a Versace watch here. Is it your own piece? Have you bought it recently?
Yeah. I got it probably about 8 years ago, I think now.
You bought it brand new, yes?
It was brand new, yeah.
OK. But what we've got is a stainless steel diamond set gents watch, leather strap deployment clasp. These were quite expensive to buy brand new. Although it's a very, very good looking watch, I think it's a certain market you've got to try and appeal to.
Yeah.
Do you wear it much?
Not really now, no.
No? I'm going to make you an offer for it. So
right, OK.
I'll see what we've got. 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 120, 140, 160, 180, 200, 220, 240, 260, 280, 300, 320, 340, 360, 380, 400, 420, 440, 460, 480, 500, 520, 540, 560, 580, £600.
No.
Cost you a lot more than that?
It cost me more than that, but it's worth more than that as well.
20, 40, 60, 80, £700. Oh, here comes David. He's going to give you some advice.
Well, I think at 700, it's a bit on the low side. What we've got is an 8 to 12, 1,000 to 15. Because it's stainless steel, because you have the leather strap, I think the name will ring a chord with a fashion buyer, not necessarily with a watch buyer. I think it's worth more than £700, especially to a private bidder.
I think you're far better off going to auction with this, because I think you're going to find that private customer that's going to want to buy that watch. You know, it's a real fashion designer watch, and they're going to look at it and think, yeah, that's for me. Having said that, there's 700 on the table. It's entirely up to you, Mike. What would you like to do?
I'll take it to auction.
I think you're doing the right thing.
Lovely.
Thank you very much for chatting to me. Thank you.
No time to waste, it's over to the Duke.
You sat down with Mark Stevens. He looked at it and said, well, my price is 700. Well, you can't have been too pleased with that.
No, it's too low.
It's too low. And so it is here in the sale room. Now, there is a reserve of £1,000 on it. You realise that if it does sell at £1,000, there's still a commission to take off. Let's see what the watch brings under the gavel.
The Versace Madison automatic watch there. Lovely diamond-encrusted face there. Where are you going to start me for it? There's 68 diamonds there on that leather strap. Where are you going to start me then? £1,000. 1,000 if you like. Somebody start me 1,000. We'll start at 700. See how we go on from there then. 700 now. 700. 750. 800. 800. 800.
£800. It's short of the reserve.
800. £800. Have you all done no? No. No interest, no. At 800. Well, that is reserved, I'm afraid.
It didn't make the £1,000 reserve. It got up to about £800. Bit disappointed?
Disappointed, but at least I can take it home, so.
Yeah. I think that's right. Take it home, Michael, wear it, use it again, and sometime in the future, bring it out, and it may be a completely different situation. The real deal, we're awarding to Mark, our dealer, at 700 quid.
Back to some more wheeling and dealing in the den. Corrie's up next with a piece of Aboriginal art.
It has some value, but exactly what, I'm not certain. I don't know if it'd be too much to ask if I said 200.
It's when I catch a glimpse of something like this, I realise how little I know and how much I'd love to learn.
Is Corrie out of her depth?
Well, what can I say about this? I need you to tell me.
It's painted by Aborigines using ochres, natural ochres they find in the ground. And they paint them on bark, a piece of bark they've stripped off a tree, eucalyptus. I've had it since about 1964.
Well, I think it's quite intriguing, it's quite lovely. As you say, it's actually painted on bark.
Yes.
And here he is, in his grave, and the mourners around him. And it's beautifully labelled on the back. Now, I'm going to just turn it over. And we have a lovely label here. And it's from the Ginning family now living at Manangrida. And this was in the Northern Territories. They were settled communities where they could pursue their own activities and their own culture. So it's the body of a deceased relative is lying in a grave while mourning relatives stand around. So the nice thing is the thought that in death, he remains with them.
Yes, that's true.
And you've got these very interesting figures, a large bird, a divining stick of some kind, a small figure. All in all, it's in lovely condition. And do you mind me asking why, after all these years, you brought it along today?
I have quite a few things, quite a few pictures and odds and ends, and it's no good just simply hanging on because nobody's going to ever see them and they're just going to deteriorate. So I thought now was the time to get rid of it.
Right. Right, we put down 50, 100, 150, 200, 250, 300.
I've come in pretty sharpish at 300 because I know your expectation was not that high. our independent valuers and auctioneer, they've come up with two estimations. One is £300 to £500. One is £300 to £800, which is a bit more ambitious. Not a bad starting offer. I think this is a speculative lot that could get £500 or more in auction, but I'm only gambling and guessing at that. I'm going to leave you with perhaps an even bigger gambler, and that is Corrie. You know, she likes to have a punt.
OK, Dave, thank you.
We've 300 on the table.
Yes.
And I'm going to put a bit more and see what you feel. So I'm going to put 350.
Could you go a bit higher? Could you go to 400 then?
That's exactly what I had in my hand, 400.
Tiny bit more than that, and we can bank on that.
So if I was to put a 20 down on the...
OK.
420 on the table.
I think that's a deal then. OK.
We have a deal. Thank you very much, Richard.
Fair dinkum, Richard. Over double your expectations. Good on ya. Coming up after the break, the drinks are on Sandra.
I will have a Manhattan.
I think I might need a few more 50s before you're invited to cocktails as well.
Sandra.
But will Tim find himself on the rocks?
Welcome back to Dickinson's Real Deal.
As the doors close on a fantastic day in Lancaster, Tim's landed the final bit of business.
Bought a coin collection, mainly gold. I've seen Tim looking at them and I'm hoping to get a good deal today.
Tim and gold, it's a match made in heaven.
Hi, Sandra.
Hi.
Now, you brought some coins in today.
I have, yes.
So, can you tell me a little bit about how you acquired them?
My dad was a coin collector and I just thought these might have some value to them.
Might have a little bit of value.
Yeah.
A little bit. So you've got 4 full sovereigns.
Yep.
And then half sovereign. These weigh 8 grams each, 22 carat gold. So you might be in for a few quid, Sandra.
Yeah, hopefully.
And then in here, 1887. Do you know what 1887 is?
It's some kind of commemorative set.
It is. It's Queen Victoria's Golden Jubilee. So, do you know what that coin is?
No, I don't, to be honest.
That is a £5 coin, right, in 22 carat gold. And then we've got the £2 coin. And then we've got the sovereign and the half sovereign. And then the other silver coins, the silver crown. So, have you got any idea of value?
I think they're worth quite a bit of money.
And if you sold them today, what would you be spending the money on?
Well, I might be out for a few cocktails with my friends tonight, so we might be a few cocktails on Sandra.
Yeah, I think there could be quite a few cocktails on Sandra. Right, are you ready, Sandra?
Yeah.
So, 50, 100, 152, 253, 350, 4, 450, 500, 50, 100, 150, 2, 250, 3, 350, 4, 450, 5, 1,000, 50, 1, 150, 2, 250, 3, 350, 4, 450, 5, 1,500. Be happy?
No, not quite.
Not quite? 50, 1, 50, 2, 50, 3, 50, 4, 450, 5, 2,000. Quite a few cocktails there, Sandra.
I think so, yeah.
50, 1, 50, 2, 250, 3, 350, 4, 450, 5. £2,500, Sandra.
Okay.
OK. I will have a Manhattan.
Oh, right. I think I might need a few more 50s putting on the pile before you're invited to cocktails as well.
Sandra. Right. 50. 1. 50. 2. 250. 3. 350. 4. 450. 5. £3,000, Sandra. Don't give me that look. That's good money. A lot of cocktails.
Don't think there's quite enough on the table yet.
I do.
I don't think there is.
I'll tell you what I'm going to do. Another £50, Sandra. £3,050, and that is optimum money.
3 to 3,500 was one opinion. 3.5 to 4 was another. Now, this is not a proof set. These were not all produced together to be as a proof collection. Your father, a coin collector, collected these probably individually. I've done a detailed check with our independent valuers, and they tell me there's just a few pounds short of £3,000 for the total value of the material, the silver and gold. 3,050 is on the table. So, in my opinion, good deal.
So, Sandra,
Well,
are you buying me a cocktail?
we've got a deal, cocktails and me.
Lovely.
I think I've got a good deal today, because I think if I went to auction, I would be paying £500 worth of fees.
It was a good deal for her and a small profit for me.
Bottoms up, Sandra. Today, our dealers have put down over £6,000 of the hard-earned cash. But have they managed to make a profit on any of their buys? First up is Stuart, who's had a game of two halves today.
What a cracking thing. I mean, it's right up my street.
The slot machine was a winner for Stuart by making him a tidy profit. However, he's decided to keep hold of the photo album for now and place it into a specialist sale at a later date.
That's my best offer.
Mark also had a mixed day with his two buys. It was good news for the card case as it stayed clear of the melting pot. But the Chinese vase is a bit of a slow burner.
I believe that the smoke actually comes out of the dragon's mouth.
Oh dear. Oh dear.
And remains unsold. Corrie only had one item today.
Well, I think it's quite intriguing. It's quite lovely.
She's decided that the Aboriginal art needs a bit of restoration work and is now biding her time before selling it on. This just leaves our Tim, who was in a spending mood today.
You see, I love them. I think they're fabulous.
The Moorcroft was a nice little earner. The coins were sold on to a collector for £3,350.
I will have a Manhattan.
Oh, right.
But he never did see that cocktail, Sandra.
We've had a great day. Lots of excitement, lots of action, lots of buying, lots of selling. That's what I like to see. Don't forget to join me, David Dickinson, next time for Dickinson's Real Deal. Bye for now.